Okay. Hey, Dad, I want you to know that we have prayed over every one of these lessons. We have prayed over each and every one of you. Like every one of these cards, these lessons, they to us, they represent fruit. And we are thanking God for the future fruit that is going to come through each of these lessons. That Dad, that when you get plugged into your family and you're willing to be a teacher in your home and an overseer, and you're willing to set the bar in your home, you're going to bear good fruit. And so we are really, when we send out these orders every month and we send out these cards, we are really in the heart posture of praying for you and thanking God for the fruit that's going to come of it. So wanted you to know that. So we are going after do not be their mind. So dads mentor children. That's just part of being a father. You're mentoring that. Mentorship means you have somebody that doesn't know how to do something, and you have somebody that does. And the one that does is walking with this one to bring them up into an increased capacity in learning skills and learning how to do something. So we really want to work with our children. And so I love this one about don't be their minds. So when the children are really small, it's a lot about character training. It's a lot about self-control in their flesh. It's a lot about setting righteousness and what you do want. Like in our home, we don't hit. In our home, we don't lie. And so you're really establishing that in those younger years, and you're building the foundation. And once you've built upon that, or once you've established that, then you want to move middle school-ish era, and you really want to move into helping them to be their own mind. So when they're 2 and 3, they do something, they violate it. It's like they get disciplined, right? But you want to add in there when they start to become 7, 8, 9, maybe a little bit older. Every child's gonna be a little bit different. But you want to add in there helping them to engage their own brain so that we're not raising robots. We're not raising robots that like A plus B equals C. We want them to understand why C happens. We want them to understand what is A, what is the plus, what is the B, and how that all goes together so they can make better choices than A, B to create a different, I guess it always be C, but you know what I mean. But deception comes to the mind. Deception comes to the mind. And I believe deception comes a lot easier for children that were raised in legalistic homes. I just had to do everything I was told to do, and I just had to obey the first time. And children never actually got to own some of their choices. They never got to stop and think and process some of their decisions. And so I think this is absolutely essential, especially in today's world. So pay attention when you want your child to do something. So maybe you want to give them an instruction, put your backpack away or come to the table or whatever. And when you're stewarding, you're mentoring your child through this. Don't just bark an order from the other room. Like we all do that as parents. Hey, don't forget this, whatever. And we're assuming that they not only heard us, but they retained it and they actually like it clicked in their brain. It doesn't for children. You can actually talk to a child and they can be like, and it can go in one ear and out the other ear. It's not landing. How you do that is you need to go to them, eye contact. You need to when they're really little, hands in my hands. You can put your hand on their shoulder. You can say, "I need for you to do this." You're not asking, "Hey, would you be willing to do this?" You're giving a command. Okay, and then so let's just say it's taking out the trash. You need to take out the trash before dinner, whatever the command is. And then all of a sudden they come to dinner. Now you're watching and paying attention. You gave a command, and all of a sudden now they come to dinner and they have not taken out the trash. So this is where dads get frustrated. This is where they get mad. This is where tones get sharp. And this is where chaos breaks out. This is where children then feel the strength of a father, and then the child's brain kind of shuts down. They can't think because now they're into performance and they're into, I've got to please dad and I don't know. And so they have a hard time thinking. And this is where you get to be really calm and you get to say, I don't think you're ready to come to the table yet. And then you carry on with dinner with the rest of them. And that child would be stunned. And that child would be like, what? What do you mean? I think you can figure this out. And come on, you're helping them to engage. Most children can figure this out like that. The garbage. And they will immediately go do the garbage. Then when they come back to the table, yeah, come, it's so nice to have you here. So do you see? You're being super intentional with your instruction and then you're waiting to see how they respond, and then you're also giving them the, I'm not going to be your mind. I'm going to let you be your own mind. Really important that you do this. When you're intentional to start mentoring a child like this, you're going to see how quick their brain engages and how your parenting style is shifting from a quick reaping and sowing to you've made a choice. Now we're going to stop and think. Don't you want your children, as they get older and get more into the world and classrooms and get some of the sex ed teaching, and they start hearing about different theologies, or they start, they get on college campuses and have different professors with different beliefs. Come on, don't you want them to be able to take every thought captive and go, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. Nope. I have literally had children in middle school, my children in middle school, raise their hand to their teacher and go, I don't agree with that. I don't receive that. And what they're doing is they're saying, you're telling me this is the truth, but that is not telling me that that's the truth. Like there's something inside me that's saying this is not accurate. And come on, it's okay that children are not receiving everything that is out there. We want our children to be good at stopping, mentally processing it, and then responding accordingly. So, all right, be blessed by that.